This AI interface, it's called Frank. Frank's going to come out next quarter. It's going to really allow for a novel way to engage with the platform. Our clients are always pushing kind of to understand pattern and practice. The goal of Frank is so that you can say, tell me what John Lothian has done from a trading standpoint, how many alerts has he generated, and then start that conversation with the system, which then generates code which you can then put into practice going forward and have a deterministic response every time you ask, what did John Lothian do on Validus over the last 3 months? And have the data security built within the platform so that you don't have to worry about that.
How do you plan to keep up Eventus's consistent growth?
We've been expanding our business. And so, we continue to build out our go-to-market and that maturity. We've been doing this now for 10 years. And so we keep getting better at that and keep getting better at how we sell our product to our clients. If you look at different asset classes, whether that's fixed income or FX or cryptos, especially for us, that continues to expand the market. And then geographically, we keep getting out into parts of the world that we weren't before. And so whether that's South Africa, we're pushing into Canada, we're talking in Brazil now. So all these different parts of the world are still kind of new territories for us. We think there's great opportunities in the existing places that we've been, and we think there's new opportunities geographically.
How is Eventus leveraging AI?
We've been using machine learning in the product for the last 6 years. That use case was helping to automate the resolution of alerts. Where we're going, we think, is the usability of the platform and how we use AI. We've been thinking about the right use cases and being very deliberate on how we roll out these technologies. Our next flavor of AI will be a way to interact with the system in a very deterministic way. We think that's really important in trade surveillance because you have to have repeatable, auditable results today and then going backwards in time. Giving our clients a natural language interface, a chat interface, to ask it whatever questions it wants is going to be a very novel way. It keeps the data secure because that's another big area that we have to make sure that we're taking care of. And then that repeatability is really important as well going forward.
How does Eventus stay regulatory compliant?
We've had to do that since day one. It's not like regulations are static. They change every year. And so for us, we've had to build that flexibility into the platform since day one. And so we continue to do that. We also hire people to help us make sure that we're staying on top of that. So we hire subject matter experts around the world that keep us in the know on new regulatory changes, and then our clients. We have 120 clients globally. We hear all about where the regulator focuses, wherever they are, asset class, jurisdiction, and then we use that and build that into the product as well. And so that feedback loop is really critical, and we continue to try to close that loop and put those recommendations from our clients and our subject matter experts into the product as quickly as possible.
How does Eventus manage instability and risk in the markets?
We have been investing in our back-end processing layer for the past 18 months. And so what that means is we've always been a very high-performance system, but some of our clients are the largest exchanges in the world, and with their volume increases, it taxes the system. So we've had to improve that back end. And so we're now rolling that out really with the first handful of clients right now, which enables them to handle really almost any capacity that they need to from a surge in volume or volatility. But then that also enables them to have like an AI interface because these questions that they can ask the system can be very compute intensive. And so we've really looked at from the very ground up how we process trades and the data in the system and have rebuilt that really from scratch. And so we're really excited to push that out. We're seeing really good results. And so being able to handle that capacity and volatility is really important, and we've invested in it.
How has Eventus evolved since you started it?
I thought when we first started that we could build this platform that would handle all of the risks around trading. So I was looking at not just trade surveillance, but I was looking at operational risk. We had a checklisting app reconciliation risk, data reconciliation, financial risk. We had all these monitoring things. The first clients that we got focused us in trade surveillance. And so that really became the driver of our business. Now we do other things, but that still today, that really focuses us in trade surveillance. So when we first started, I wasn't like, hey, let's build the world's greatest trade surveillance platform. But that's kind of where we got. The other area where I think I was just flat out wrong about my assumptions were we could just find super straightforward partners to power market data and the trade data for the platform. And the amount of time and energy we spend dealing with market data issues and reference data issues and trade data issues overwhelms the firm sometimes just because of it's never straightforward. There's always this nuance. And we really have the challenge of we have to have every single market data tick for every single venue we trade on globally. And it has to be really good because if it's bad, it generates a bunch of bad alerts. If I would have done it differently, we might have built all that tech ourselves instead of trying to find a bunch of vendors to help us with it. Not that there's not good partners out there because we work with a lot of great companies, but the solutions are much more complicated than I wanted. The whole reason that we started doing this was the problem. I'd gone out into the marketplace kind of looking to buy this tech myself. And we tried to address kind of all of those existing issues with the existing providers. I think we did that.